Yeah, so it's just a slow day today. Doing stuff at home, running some errands, but well, I miss the good old days back in New York, and I can't wait, to be back in the States after the pandemic, seeing all my friends, living back in the States. So I chose this outfit today. So I don't know. It makes me think of New York, but also a little bit like LA. I don't know. I like to keep things like kind of elegant, classy, but with a little bit of um, like something a little bit sparkly, not too much. I'm just gonna go out, buy some things for my skin, couple things from Clarins that keep my eye bags, they keep the puffs away from the eye bags, some sunblock, get some vitamin D. I have to go to Manning's because magnesium is supposed to be good to take before bed. So I have to get more of that. Vitamins, supplements. I'm going to go to IFC. And yeah, maybe I'll talk a little more in a bit. I've also been, watching stuff, reading things. Lots to talk about. Yeah. See you in a bit. Oh, so the lighting is a little better downstairs from my apartment. I just wanted to say a little bit about well, why I chose this outfit. I don't know. I kind of wanted something black and white with something a little bit sparkly, but I chose to wear these new shoes I got in Hong Kong, which is kind of interesting. It's fun because, look, I went through a phase since I went through a phase since my teens. I went through a phase since my teens back in the States where I would only wear Jimmy Choo shoes and Manolo Blahniks. And I remember when I was working back in New York, I'd only wear Manolos to work, or I'd wear sneakers to work, and then I change into my Manolos. But like here in Hong Kong, I don't know. Just trying something a little different during the pandemic, people are like wearing masks, and I'll be back in the States soon, and there'll be all the regular, fancy parties and lots of fancy shoes. But so yeah, normally I wear only Manolos and Jimmy Choos, but today I chose these. I mean, they're kind of interesting. Ooh, look at me. They're kind of interesting. It's like it's got like a piece of plastic where the toe cleavage is, and at the back it's not exactly sling back, but it's kind of for decoration, and they're really cheap. So I bought a couple. I bought like I think 3 of the same, comfortable to walk in, so I got a couple of them. Ooh. Oh, here. Yeah, so that's all I'm up to today, but it's already like almost 6 p.m., so I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I'm just going about my slow day today. Now I'm at the IFC, which I talked about before. I'm just having a break at Starbucks. I'm having a skim latte, This is my second meal of the day. I had one low-fat chicken sausage in the morning. That's it. Well, not really in the morning. I woke up at 12. Just a really nice life. And I got the stuff at Clarence that I said I wanted. I got one thing that's a little different from what I was planning on doing. So for my sunblock, normally I get the one with the rosy glow. See, this is I love the bags that they come in. So this is what I got, and they always nicely give me like small gifts together with my stuff. So normally I get this sunblock. You know, it's the best way to protect your skin. I get this one in Rosy Glow, and it's just a regular tinted sunblock. But today they got me to get this new one, which apparently also protects you from, like, I think rays like blue light that come out of your phone. So like, it's called 5P, meaning like if you use your phone a lot, and I'm guessing the blue light or some sort of light that comes off the phone, it might damage your skin. So this one also protects against that. But the one I was using before, it didn't do that. This one, it's a little more oily though, and I have like pretty oily skin for somebody my age. So I'm a little worried about that. Like if you look closely at my nose right here, you know, I actually have like two pimples on my nose. So I'm very careful about you know, the products I put on my face. Now the other thing I got is same thing. I've talked about it before. This is what I rely on to get the puffs, like the bags. Get the bags out of your eyes. Okay, I have to put the products away. I don't want to, you know, look like I'm you know, doing an ad, which I'm not. I just talk about whatever I like. But they're very nice to me, so I like to talk about nice things. But so this is the new thing, because I always talk about, you know, the shiny looking jar of double serum. That's for like really wrinkled skin, but that's just for the face, and this is just for the eyes, which means it's like probably better. It's got better ingredients. It's more precious. So that's what I'm excited about. And next week I have my facial with Liz, which is also a gift from this place. It's also a gift from Clarence, because my birthday, as everyone knows, is June 8th. And my present is a facial from her. I don't mind, you know, because she knows my skin and she knows the products. So I listen to what she says about what to use. It's been working for me. It's been like at least maybe half a decade using this stuff now, and I haven't gotten older, so I think something's going right. So that's all I'm up to today. Look at this. This is how the Starbucks looks in the IFC. It's like, I don't know. It's like it looks like a library. I like it though. I mean, we all rely on Starbucks. They have stuff on top. But as my close friends and you know, family, co-workers all know, I like to eat really healthy. But in my skim milk, I like to put whole milk. I like to put cream, half and half. All that kind of fatty stuff. Like my boss from my New York job, Richard McNeil, who was at Goldman Sachs at the time, he even noticed. He was like, you know, because he felt I have very good presentation skills, and part of it is the aesthetic presentation. And I don't know, our entire group, we like to keep pretty fit. We all like to keep our bodies pretty thin, pretty fit. And for me, it meant I drink lots of water, stay hydrated. I don't eat carbs and bread, but I drink a couple cups of coffee a day. But I would put half and half or like full milk in it. And my boss, Richard, he was like, "Wow, that's full. That's half and half. That's full milk you're putting into your coffee. It's like." Wow, really? What are you doing? Are you thinking right, or is this your regular habit? Then, of course, it turned out that's how it's one of my ways I stay thin by putting half and half in my coffee, and I eat less and I have less bread. One time, many times, one of my coworkers, David Spurry, went to the deli, got salad, came back to the office, and then he saw me throw away the bread that came with my salad. He was like, "Wait a minute, like if you don't eat the bread, just hand it over to me." So then we had a thing where I don't eat the carbs and I just give it to my coworkers. Because some of them get up at 4 a.m., go running, go biking before going to work. So, some of us can afford a couple more calories. So I don't eat the breads, I don't eat the pastas, and I give that to my coworkers, and then I just I focus on my salads, my coffees, because also sometimes my friends and I would go out at night, and I would have alcohol when I go out with my friends. Last week I was running errands, getting groceries at the Great Supermarket. And the second part of the video I haven't posted yet because there's some problem with the format. So I'll either show that to my friends again or I'll work something out on the video. But that's the one place in Hong Kong that sells really expensive wine. There's a Watson's Wine in the Great Supermarket. And I was talking about the finest sweet wine in the whole world, Chateau d'Yquem, which of course Matt loves very much. And it's like $3,000 for a tiny bottle. And it was for sale at Watson's. You have to go into the little room though. It's really cool inside. It's got jazz music playing. It looks really perfect, and you have to go inside. And there's a Chateau d'Yquem, and it comes in a couple sizes. And I think the small one was like $32.84. The small bottle, $32.84. I don't know what that means, but I just know because Matt remembers prices very, very accurately, and he said, you would love this wine. It's really tasty, but it's very expensive. Best sweet wine in France, and you can get it at Watson's Wine in Great Supermarket. But it's there like year round. You can go there anytime, and it's so I was thinking what even when I'm sitting at home because my neck is hurting and I'm trying to make it better faster, I kind of try to like keep in touch, know what's going on out there. And recently I've been learning about how the Autistic Society works, in America, and I've been following the charities that help autistic people back at home in the States, and one of them is called Autism Speaks, and I just happened upon that group because my close friend Tomas, now his full name I think he works with Michael Coyne, but in school we also just call him Tomas, like a middle name. And his friends were following that charity on Facebook, and it's called Autism Speaks, and it's just the most interesting people, and they happen to be autistic. Some of them are little kids, some of them are babies, some of them adults, and all of them autistic, and they get interviewed and they talk about their experiences, and then the group also talks about how to help them
help them make their lives easier and get more help for the way they live. So they come up with a new interview once every week or so, and there's the interview this week I haven't watched yet, so I'm gonna watch that. And then there are the couple vlogs I've been following. I've been talking about them, again and again. There's Scylla, there's Lydia Elise, there's Victoria, and Victoria lives in Manchester. Okay, so Victoria lives in Manchester. And then there's another one, I think it's an Asian girl, I think it's a Korean girl living in New York all by herself, and her name is Michelle Choi. And, it's not exactly the life my friends and I live in New York, but it's very relaxing watching her just sit in her New York apartment cooking Chinese food, playing some really relaxing jazz music. And she downloads it off this website, Epidemic Sound, and you can download stuff for free from there and put it on your videos without paying. She just plays the most relaxing music in the background, and then she just cooks and sits at home and listens to music. And her house is like it's nicely designed. It's different. It's kind of like a little bohemian kind of. Everything's soft and it's very young. It's youthful. It's fun, And then she goes out with her friends. And it kind of made me think of my life back in New York, although mine was a little bit more just as happy, just as nice and happy like her, but a little more fancy. Many of us were doctors, bankers, artists, designers, everything. And we'd go to fashion shows and, we'd go to nicer restaurants. But basically, it's like a single person living in New York, and then I'd have my couple of girlfriends, and some of them were Asian. It made me think of, the days going out with Terry, though we would have a little more fancy, we'd go shopping, Barney's, Bloomie's. I'd go to the fashion shows, we'd go places together, we'd even travel together. Really fascinating people. But Terry's Asian, and she's of Taiwanese descent. And actually, a couple of us from the same school, same college. A couple of my friends, they were also Taiwanese Americans, like Eric, who I mentioned in a video from a couple days ago. Eric, I think he's also of Taiwanese descent. I feel I'm very happy with Taiwanese Americans, because I always have a grand spanking time when I'm out with Terry, and that's been the truth since all our years in college. But also they are successful, like Taiwanese people who work as investors and who they went to school just 4 or 5 years ahead of us. Same college, same stuff, and they also like to buy nice wine, go to good restaurants. So, it's nice to watch shows that make you think a little bit of yourself, but then also it's a little bit different. Like the show I'm watching, these days. It's a fun lifestyle. But right now I'm just, I'm stuck in Hong Kong. But I love this city. It's out in Asia. It's kind of far away, but I love it just because of my family. I've said so many times, it's so boring in Hong Kong. It's a nice place, very safe, very beautiful, but it's the only people worth meeting, I feel, are my mommy, my daddy, me, and my 2 friends. So it's really boring. It's like I have to make myself get up in the morning and find a reason to get out of bed, because it's a pandemic. People are wearing masks. it's a little bit boring, and there's no reason to dress up in Hong Kong. Why would you dress up unless you were seeing my mommy, my daddy, me, or my two friends? It's just no reason, nobody to dress up for. So I kind of have to sometimes make myself say hello to my friends around the world and family and friends, just to get myself out of bed. Um, and I still love to dress up. Um, because we have to remember how nicely we lived before. And the whole point is because, we have to have the biggest parties. So I was saying when I was at the supermarket last week, I said, well, I love this place, and the Conrad Hotel is right next door to us. I want to go there and just have a cocktail because they have a patio out there. It's outdoors, but it's really cool. Maybe they put something on. It's close to the pool, but it's not sunny, and I love to sit there with lots of cushions, pillows, and just have a drink and stuff. But then I was thinking, my neck hurts. My doctor said don't go out more than 2 times a week right now because you want to get better faster, and you have to host the biggest parties with all your friends who are all really nice people. If we have, that's the whole point. You want to host your friends after the pandemic, and if the pandemic doesn't make us look pretty, then just go out less for a while. After the pandemic finishes, or when it calms down and it stops raging onwards, then we go back to our big parties. And the whole point is for me to host the party, and my mommy and daddy really appreciate it, and our friends from all walks of life, even artists, entertainers, everybody, thinking about art. I really miss the Met Museum. So that's the second thing I'm going to watch today. There's the charity, and then there's the Met, because they have a virtual show going on about not virtual, it's an actual, they have an exhibit going on about the Medici era. Medici, that's like, I know kind of all the way back, it's Renaissance, but when you travel around Europe, you love to go to the beautiful palaces and the castles, the paintings, and I'm not good at anything anymore, because my friends all became successful, but I didn't. I went through some traumas. So the only thing I know I'm still an expert at is European art. So I really appreciate that, they have this going on right now, and they'll put it online so people like me who are, suffering during the pandemic, we can still watch it online and remember all the things you love. And of course one of my closest friends, Eric Gray, he's he's one of the most well-known people when it comes to this type of art, which we studied together when I was in school. So there's a lot of meaning in all the stuff that I do. That's what I'm thinking of. And then there's some music, but during the pandemic, with the concerts being restricted, and I've talked about my piano teacher and us 11 piano puppies, the 7 of us, just me, Jessica, Veronica, Anthony, Tiffany, then also Chang and Yuki. And then, some of us don't really make a living out of the piano anymore. I know I certainly don't. But we still love music just as much as everybody does. And I was thinking, if and only if the pandemic And soon, maybe Professor Levin would still be alive, and maybe we could meet, his two best friends, just Mr. Joel and Mr. Pariah. So, there's not too much to look forward to for us after the pandemic. It's life, back to the way it was before. The people, the kinds of parties, maybe a little more fancy, or maybe just as fancy as before. Maybe one or two fashion shows a year, maybe more. Everything's the same as the way it was before, except I don't have a job anymore. I don't work in anything. I just talk about what I enjoy, what I eat, what I buy with my friends, what I'm wearing, where I love to visit, how I like to design my house, and so everything's pretty much the same. Mm, I think this lighting is pretty good for my outfit, but I can't really. Yeah, I mean, I think some people notice, whenever I talk to, on video, I sort of bring up the same things. Every day is sort of the same as it was yesterday. But that's how real humans are. You know, like you get up and you have the same coffee, have the same breakfast every day. That's how normal people are. We just do the same thing we did yesterday, and tomorrow same thing as yesterday. Yeah. So, um, and I don't mind, that I just enjoy life and I don't have any big jobs, and I don't want to become like a famous actor or something. I don't. I don't feel like my health would be good enough because I went through these traumas, and my friends came to the hospital. I talked about which friends came to support me when I was sick, and we're all still here, and we always will be. But so I've been through a lot of things, and thinking back, even before I went into the hospital, like around 2007. Not only did my mom get late stage cancer, but I was about to fall in love with the first guy after my last breakup. And my last breakup was with Shen, and he was my only serious boyfriend I ever had. Because I was much younger than Shen, and I met him in school, and I was only in my mid-20s. So Shen and we broke up, and he returned to Boston. I stayed in New York. And it wasn't until half a year later when finally I met a new guy I thought I would fall in love with. And that was Nathaniel. And we met through Eunice. And although he, went to Yale and he's an eye surgeon, he's an audio engineer and he likes to play techno. He's a DJ as well, and he's an artist, and he's friends with really famous people like Stephen Huff. But I felt I would fall in love with him, and the night before we were going to have sex in his apartment, when he invited me, he died. He died in a diving accident off New Jersey. And I might have gone with him if I didn't, because he just started learning to dive a couple months before that, and it was shipwreck diving that he did. He went under the ocean, went to look at the shipwrecks, and he couldn't come out. They just couldn't find him again. Oh, look at my face. Sorry, my hand's tired, so I'm gonna have to hold my phone. It's really not. It's not flattering, this angle, but yeah. Oh, look at my face. Yeah. So basically, he died 2 nights before we were going to get more committed. Sorry, my hand's really tired, so you're gonna have to look at my ugly face. So Nathaniel passed away, And I was quite upset because I thought he would be the one. Quite perfect for me. He's also a pianist. He's cool. He had one girlfriend before me, and she was a Japanese girl. She's very pretty. Um, so it's too bad. He just I didn't get to fall in love completely with him. So there was, you know, a death, and then my mom was maybe going to die, and then it was getting close to the financial crisis, you know, when everybody was losing their jobs the year after. Um, and I felt like, you know, the deal flow was getting light at work. Um, so I don't know. I was thinking maybe of moving out to Asia for a few years. And that's mainly because Matt and I, as I mentioned many times, my closest guy friend Matt, together with Will, you know. Matt, Will, and I like to go out together, especially in New York, all the way back to from school. And the three of us were just hanging out at Tao. You know, we really like Tao. And we were hanging out at Tao in New York, the three of us, me, Matt, and Will. And Matt said to me, hey, you know, I go to Asia often enough. I love the hotels there. Um, it's luxurious. The food's good. It's exotic. You know, maybe if a job comes up, you know, think about living out there for a while. And that's what really got me, you know, thinking, well, I have a sick mom there, and you know, I also like, you know, enjoy the culture there sometimes. And if Matt might also go out there, maybe I should think about moving back to Asia for a few years. You know, after all, you know, it's not foreign. It's not completely foreign to me. I mean, I'm very much an American girl, but Hong Kong is it's just a place for my mommy and my daddy. Um, and my two friends. I don't see them often enough nowadays. But there's really nothing worth knowing here otherwise. Um, so I knew things it would be okay. And I've been here since the pandemic out in Asia, and I'm just looking forward to go home. You know, I mean, it's hard to pick up new hobbies or buy really nice things in Hong Kong. But I know it's not because of the city, it's because of the pandemic. So, you know, oh, I was thinking I shouldn't go longer than 30 minutes today, and now it's like two minutes left. Um, yes, I think, you know, I just like to talk about what there is to do. It's so funny. It's like everything we want to cover, we just you know, do it right away. Um, you know, I press go, I press record, and I go. Um, and I'm done. That's all I want to say today. Um, a couple of shows on the Washington Post live tonight, and then yeah, fall asleep listening to the podcasts. Um, helps me relax. Maybe read. I haven't read a book in a long time, but the one about sex that I talked about in another video. I haven't been dating for a long time, so just to read something completely different, you know, it's interesting. That's it. Yeah, I'm sorry people have to look at my face like straight on, but my hand's getting tired, so I just hold the phone like right here. Um, yeah, and it's like 20 seconds left, so I'm just going to finish before it's supposed to end. Okay. Look at my mask and my face. So I'm walking around right now, just out of the coffee shop in IFC. That's the Apple store on the left. There's a Linda Farrow shop for glasses. I'm just on my way to Manning's. I have to get some supplements, you know, just vitamins, things to help me fall asleep at night. You know, couple things just for my face. I feel a little better now after resting. I need more breaks, you know, with my neck issue. Um, yeah, I ought to keep a mask on, but yeah. So I listen to some music when I'm walking around with my earphones, and I was just listening to Mr. Joel, Uptown Girl, and then I was listening to a little bit of classical, boring old classical, just a little bit. It was the Cleveland Orchestra. I just happened to follow them and know them because Anthony, my piano brother, who I just mentioned a few moments ago in my last video, he was the composer in residence at the Cleveland Orchestra for a while. So listen to some music sometimes. Yeah, just whatever. Now I'm just taking a breather. Thinking of what to have for dinner tonight. I'm thinking that I can just tie myself over with like a light soup, because I had breakfast this morning, and it's all the calories I need right now. I haven't had real exercise, gone for a run, haven't gone for even a quick jog for more than 6 months, and I haven't gained weight, but I want to lose weight, so I'm just going to restrict, eat more healthy. Yeah. So, oh, let me think exactly what. I want to get some vitamins, herbs, minerals. What else? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm very rude. Although I've been vaccinated, I think I should wear a mask. I don't know. I heard somewhere, even if you've been vaccinated, you could get sick again. I don't know. I think, yeah. All we can do is simply wait, because there are these raging variants out there, and you can never predict, you know, what it's going to do. You can never predict what happens with the virus, you know. So I ought to be more careful and put on my mask. Here's Manning's. Hold on. This is Manning's. Oh, this is a Manning's Plus, but I like the Watson's better. There's a lady at Watson's I really like. But I don't really come here to get these. No, they changed it. I like to go there. There's the lady. I like the lady at Watson's. This is what I have to get today. Yeah, probiotics. See? I do very normal things. I do really normal things. Same thing every day. I did want to say one thing though. I did want to say one thing. You stand away from me, people. I don't know. It's very, like, I met this nice lady over at Watson's, and it just made me think it's very important to me that people are nice. Because although every single boy has chased after me in my life, like, nobody's ever treated me badly. I had a bad breakup with my one serious boyfriend, but that's because we were not compatible. But like even for him, when he was chasing me, you know, just like this, he was like chasing really, really hard. And for me, every single boy who is in my life is always somehow chasing me or being really nice to me. And the same with the girls, except we don't chase after girls, but they're really nice really nice. We all behave really nicely. So I've never received bad treatment from anybody. Um, yeah, I can't. And well, I mean, I also really miss living in the United States, because people behave nicely. But yeah, I did want to say that. Well, I'm getting close to. So, but when I was at Watson's, I met a nice lady. But yes, that just came up. I just, uh, I just thought about it. It just somehow popped up in my thoughts. That every boy chases head over heels after me. Um, I don't know how to chase boys, but I know how to behave nicely. And that's it. Mm, yeah. But I also have close guy friends, people who, we never dated before. And we're now a little older, but we'll be like best friends forever. So, yeah. I just thought of saying that when I was walking into Manning's, uh, like a few minutes ago. Anyway, so I have to go and get some probiotics. See, look at me. I mean, I just think sometimes, everybody has to wear a mask. It's to be polite. But like, maybe some people, they have a different face, and so when they put on a mask, like, what if your eyes are really far apart or like really close together? Then how would you present yourself while you wear a mask? So I really hope that everybody is nice to each other, so the pandemic, you know will stop ravaging all of us in the society. Okay, I'm gonna go shopping now. Okay, so now I'm in an Uber because there's this super long line at the taxi stand outside IFC. It's like almost, I think, close to 8 p.m. right now. Yeah, it's past 7. So I'm just in the car. So lucky. I'm able to just get home quickly because my neck is hurting. It's sort of been a long day walking around. I got the stuff I wanted at Manning's, and then I wanted to go and get some sugar-free chocolate. Godiva doesn't sell them. All the chocolate there, I walked in, the people are really nice. All the chocolate there is like naturally made. So when I want a treat, still love the place. People are always saying, but you talk to your friends and your family and your fans, and just these. You talk about the place you wish to be the most after the pandemic, and you hope that you're protected. And in my case, if my computer got hacked, I'll be protected, and the friends I love can still contact me. But the place I wish to be is Paris. And yes, I mean it's Paris mostly because my first dad spends most of his working efforts in Paris, in France. It's where he does a lot of his investments. So just to travel with a bunch of your close friends across Europe sometimes after the pandemic, and many places, but of course Paris would close for me. And just to name all the things that you used to experience for real, and to know. And so although your family protects you, and you still have your close friends to enjoy life with. Yeah. Well, a little more on that later. I should get off the call. I don't want to disrupt this nice person's day. should get off the car now. Thank you. Mgareya.
Okay, that's all, yeah.
So, I found some Stila eyeliners that I picked up off Cult Beauty a couple months ago, but I have all these, I have stacks and stacks of Cult Beauty parcels storing my new makeup coming in from London. And so I opened up some more boxes, and there's this Stila eyeliner, and it's okay. It works just as well as the other ones. Just, keeps things there and doesn't sort of like move around too much. Very light makeup today, I just, I define my eyebrows a little more because, people, like when you wear your mask, then maybe at least you have eyebrows, and your eyes, just make sure everything's close together, not too close, not too far. So I've been liking this thing. It's called the Huda Beauty, and it's called the Liquid Matte. This color is Girlfriend color, and I chose it because I'd like just a natural color on my lips. My makeup's worn off now. It's been a long day, but here's me doing a touch-up. And again, I love to play surgeon because my piano siblings and I were trained on how to use our hands. So I'm holding my phone with my left hand and then just applying this new liquid matte. That's the first thing I do, just to make sure the angle goes up nicely. That's the see? Then just repeat on the other side. Okay. Just go like that. Next layer. So far I like this. It glides on easily, just at the tip over here it doesn't have it's not curved like the last one I used, which means it goes down more easily. But when you want to do the tips of your, the two lines on your lips, then you have to use your wrist more. I'm just gonna touch up a little. And that's my evening end of day touch up. So it's been a long day, and I have a very long neck, but it's very narrow, very, very weak. And that's why I've been seeing doctors who specialize in this part of the spine to try and make me better. And so when I only go out 2 times a week right now, because, we want to host the biggest parties again after the pandemic. So I can't have a sore neck. Soon, everything will have to be better. So now's the time to rest. But today, things. I just got home. This is the lobby of my
where I live, small place that my parents just got for me, you know, just for a few years. This is my my purse, what I got for my skin, stuff from Manning's. I got a couple things from this TTK. It helps me get organized. Cutesy stuff. And of course I got my magnesium. I love this magnesium. Makes you feel better at night. It's good for the body. So yeah, that's my day. That's how my day went today. Just, yeah. Whew. And haven't done my nails because I do them about once a week right now. They have Sally Hansen nail products at Watson's. I mean, normally you would use Seche Vite, but somehow can't find it in Hong Kong, and Sally Hansen works well. The nails are done perfectly, all in 20 minutes. And if you buy some of the other products that are for sale, here it's 40 minutes or 60 minutes, and it should be 20, you know, all done, all dry in 20. So I just, I stick with the brands that I know are trustworthy. And that's it. See? Well, some people wonder what's in my purse. This is my purse today, which is really light. It's really light. I got it in London from Accessorize just because I wanted a clutch to match my bag that night. But it's so light, and you know, it's made of nothing at all, and my neck hurts right now, so I like something that's made of just literally cardboard. Because, you know, when my neck is well, you know, you wear your Bulgari bags. But when my neck is hurting and it's a pandemic, then I'll just use one of these. And it worked for me, so I got three of the same. So the one before this got really old and like sort of torn up. So I just I took another one from my wardrobe. I got 3 of these. So this is my outfit. My outfit for today, just some skinny pants with some gold buttons. This new top, ordered online, but really nice. It's kind of, you know, and it's still form-fitting. I like black and white. I have these types of sort of comfy shoes, you know. I don't wear my Manolos and Jimmy Choos every day of the week. Just, you know, some normal, I have lots of rose gold jewelry these days, and I like this one, see? But so this is my purse, and really simple. In my purse, I don't have much. I'm taking these are the painkillers, first of all. In my purse, these are the painkillers that I put in my purse. So that's the first thing I talk about from my purse. And then I always carry some of these, which I get from Watson's. It's the Johnson & Johnson, because I have an oily face, and these just absorb the oil after a long day. Right now, yesterday I had the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Matte. Today, Huda Liquid Matte. Both work great. Just trying different colors. Have a little bit of the NARS concealer, you know, if I'm out for a little longer. And then I have a bunch of just coupons. I get gifts from people when I go shopping, so I keep the coupons, and when I go back, I use them. I have Band-Aid because my foot hurts. I have some cards. And of course I have a little cash, a little more coupons. And then what I do is I have these, which I just carry them with me. You know, don't want things to be too heavy. And whoops, excuse me. So yeah, I put these in the smaller compartment at the back, and together with them I only carry one key, because, you know,
my neck hurts. So, and I like jewelry. I like a lot of it. So, um, what else? I have more pills from my doctor as prescribed. Um, so this is my Samsung earbuds case. So when I listen to music, then I have a tiny bit of cash. Sometimes I forget to bring it with me. And pretty much that's that's what's in my purse. I don't mind, you know. It's I like to keep things really light. I feel happy, you know. So yeah, I got home today. I was talking this afternoon in Starbucks at the coffee shop, just sort of planning out what shows to watch tonight while I take my bubble bath. Then of course, thinking about recent things I've been reading. I've been reading some German articles as well. Last week I talked about another article I read that was by some of the people at the investment firm Allianz Bernstein. But I also get daily emails coming from Deutsche Bank, which is the Bank of Germany. And I like them because they tried to hire me 2 times, and they've known me since I was a little girl in school when I was doing a school project for them with a few other friends of mine. I was the only girl. I was with these 3, fabulous, computer scientists, but I was the person in charge of presenting, talking aloud about what we did in our team project. And we dressed nicely for the man from the bank who came to visit us. And it was a nice time. So there was that. So I get daily emails from this place, and they send them in German. And I know I said I speak a little bit of German, not too much, but a tiny bit. So, well, not tiny. I can get by with it. So I read their emails sometimes because the people are nice. They know me, and I get to brush up on my German. Recently, I also love, how they talk to you every day. If you talk to someone a little bit every day, you really get to stay close, keep in touch. And sometimes they repeat what they say because, it's not like a different thing happens every single day. So when you read the same thing more often, you know it a little better. Recently, I've mostly been reading their articles about the semiconductor industry, changing the channel now. I have many channels. So semiconductor industry, obviously they've had a market rally. The price of most of the semiconductor stocks, especially U.S., some in Taiwan, have gone up significantly. I think at least single-digit, double-digit EPS, and then of course reflected in the market prices. And this was reported to me by both the Deutsche Bank and PIMCO. PIMCO is where my first boyfriend Alan worked, and maybe is still working now as a fixed income investor. So according to what PIMCO said, the reason for the semiconductor companies rally is actually not, they didn't say that it was because of the scarcity of ingredients used to make the chips. That's what you might have thought it was, but that's not what they said. They said the reason was simply that the demand was greater than supply, but that there were trade bottlenecks as well as the pandemic that was holding up the value chain. That's what the PIMCO article emphasized. Today or yesterday, the Deutsche Bank article said a little bit of the same. but they speak in small paragraphs, a little bit of each market. And then they also talked about some raw materials. Not all that are about semiconductors, but another one they've been talking about frequently is the rise in price of copper. And I'd like to read a little more about that. Because that's interesting. I wonder, because why they talk about what's happening in the market, but then sometimes they give you links, and if you read it, you can understand why that is like a more pertinent, a more significant movement in the market. So you read a little bit about everything. Today's article was also, or yesterday, talking about good quarterly earnings reports for most of the bourses. And coming up, I think they were talking about looking forward to Brazil. I can't remember exactly, because I only read, like, sometimes I read the whole thing, sometimes I just read the sentences in bold. And what else? Comes with like a funny joke at the bottom every day. It's funny. So yeah, that's it. I just I'm very good at this, because even my boss before at Goldman, Richard, said, I'm able to just report what's what people tell me. What I can report what sensible people. What sensible people tell me, I just say it back to them, pretty much verbatim, like, because when I watch a show, I look at what they emphasize. I mean, that's the whole point, right? And then I'm very comfortable talking about what I feel, so then I can risk, sometimes I might have questions about, oh, why does that happen? So, so my life feels easy to me, because everything I do and everything I look at and everything I buy is easy for me to enjoy and easy for me to express. So, it's an easy life when you just do what you love and you look at the things that are easy for you to understand, and when you can just freely express what you love. I've been looking for more places to shop for, like, cute jewelry. I like this one that see, it's got like something in the middle, just something a little more fancy. I like this one. This is actually one piece of jewelry all put together with like a little pink, I don't know, quartz. Because I thought, this is kind of out there, this shirt. The shirt's out there, but the look today is to be a little elegant. And the pants already have the gold buttons. And I've got my earrings. So just one thing to go down right here. Yeah. I don't know, I like to sit here sometimes before I go back up to my apartment, because there's a nice chair and then there's some modern art behind me. Although my hands are a little tired, so I never film myself in a flattering angle. My neck hurts too much. I can't bring a selfie stick, or I can't bring equipment with me. So I'm tired, I just put my hands down here. And it's the most unflattering angle to look at somebody's face. But it was a little loud. See, it's very unflattering, to talk. It's very unflattering to put your phone down there and then just talk into it, or talk down to your phone. It makes your face look really, like something wrong. It's like something wrong with my face. But I don't mind. So yeah, Been talking quite a bit today. Actually, my throat hurts. My throat really hurts, but that doesn't really hurt. I just I have a small throat, but yeah. So all my good friends, um, excuse me, all my good friends do know that I'm still alive. Um, there might be imposters out there, but that's not me. So um, more I think later. But now I'm going to enjoy the stuff that I just bought. Watch the videos I mentioned. Keep in touch with friends, and just stay looking fit because there will be lots of fashion shows coming up. Hopefully soon, back in New York, Paris, London.